before we get started, have you ever thought how much paper do we use every day? Did you know that some money is made from recycled paper?
A ton of recycled paper is manufactured now.
A single tree can produce 8,000 sheets of paper. Paper can be recycled up to 500 feet. That's why today we're going to show you how to create recycled paper.
Alright, let's talk about what we need. We need a juice paper, a dip counter, a blender, a tray, a fabric, a wooden frame, a roller, a sponge, and a spatula. And for the fun part, we need water, fruit peels like banana, pineapple, or watermelon, a natural food coloring, and that's all.
Hi there! Now is pulp making time. Feel free to imagine or even try with us later. So let's start. First, we have to put some water in a container. In my case, I'm going to use our rainwater that I have collected yesterday. I'm going to use this container to put the water in. So first I'm going to do this. Also, a good tip is that most of the industries use 10,000 liters of water to make only one paper. So in this case, we're going to use only the half of the container. There you see. This water is clean. You don't have to use up the... There you are. There. Because there is some waste there, but it's not that we have to worry about. For the second step, we are gonna tear all our used paper into tiny pieces. Easy, right? After tearing all our used paper, now we're gonna chop into tiny pieces fruit peels. In this case, we're gonna use watermelon peels. We're gonna do it into tiny pieces, so in that way, we can use it to create a pulp. And most of the time, these fruit peels are waste, and now we can give them a second chance. After tearing all the used paper, now we're gonna soak it in water. Now, we're gonna let it soak for at least 1 hour. Could be more if you want to make it more soft. So in that way, it will be more easier to blend here all of it. After soaking, we are going to transfer the paper to the blender. So, we're going to put all the paper here, but only the halfway. Yeah, only halfway. And now we're going to add the water, so it matches with the amount of paper, like this. Like this. Now, we're gonna blend this for around 2 minutes, but if you want more time, I recommend only 4 or not more like that. So now, we're gonna blend it here for around 2 minutes. And now, while blending, we can add the fruit peels, but also the colorants. In this case, how I soak the paper with the fruit peels that are in the same process. So basically, I'm doing the 2 steps in one. Okay. Now that we have blended all the paper, basically only the half, now we're gonna put it on a container. So in this case, how you can see, come here. Now, how you can see, this is how we have to take the pulp. This is gonna be the texture, like this. It's soft and it is easy to manipulate it, so like this. So in a way, they are gonna have different textures depending on the fruit peels. A fun fact is that banana peels help you to have a more softer texture, but pineapple peels help you to make it more rough. So it will depend on the fruit peels. In this case, we tried with watermelon. So how you can see, it's really soft.
Good morning, I am Carol Gonzalez. Well,
I am going to explain the process we made the rectangular shape that characteristic the dust. First, we need the tube, or washer, in which we put a quantity of water until it covers, like that. This water already have the pulp. Then we need two frames, one with a thin metal mesh or nylon mesh that can also work. Then we need this frame and another one without mesh to give it the structure. With the pulp that already made, we are going to place it in the water, and then like that, and then we put the two frames together and submerge it in the water so that the remain of paper and shall stay between the mesh. We take it out and make movements to left and right like this to remove the remaining water, and then can give it a thin small groups to the other part of the mesh like this. That is not the paper, so it was made. Remove the excess water and let it dry. So we only need to put a dry, and the paper is like this, and then we need to let to dry this paper.
Now it comes to unscrewing and pressing part. This is where it starts looking like real paper.
Lay a smooth, slightly wet fabric on a flat surface like tile. Gently place the frame with the pulp onto the fabric, bottom to top. Use your sponge and roller to press out the water smoothly and in one direction. Remove the frame. Place another fabric on top and roll again. Now it's nice and flat.
It's time for the final step, drying our paper. Once we remove the excess water from the paper pulp using a sponge or pressing with a towel, we carefully place the wet sheet on a flat surface. Then we let it dry for about 24 hours. You can leave it on a table near a sunny window, or even speed up the process by using a hair dryer if you are in a hurry. After it's dry, ta-da! It's so satisfying to see how something we will usually throw away can turn into something beautiful and useful again. You've got your very own recycled paper, ready to use for notes, art, letters, or even to do a paper boat. This step reminds us that even small actions like recycling paper can make a big impact. And honestly, it's so fun to make.
So why should you make your own eco-friendly paper?
Because recycling is cool, and fruit peels deserve a second chance.
Because plantable papers can grow into the flowers like your creativity.
Because it's a fun group project that's good for the planet.
And because you can place your paper at school, yeah, I made this. It's an eco cloud.